Cosmic. The Cosmic thing was because it was an anagram of comics. It was, my work was always in comic line, cartoon kind of lines, but had a deeper meaning. Started in '98, painting murals in the Mediterranean, and then I came over here and I was doing it in Cornwall, and then I got employed to do artwork for a company and design stuff, and then went freelance again in 2008. I've used the Founders Studio for since last April, and kind of like basing everything I possibly can from there, rather than having a studio to work from. I like the uncertainty of what I might be making. The things I'm working on at the moment, no one really sees, because I'll be out painting on the coast path. I don't really document it. I might take a photo after of the work. What's really nice is when someone comes along and documents you doing it, you kind of see it, what you're doing. I think it's much more interesting than I thought it was. Because I think as well, like if I'm working for an outcome for a business or a marketing situation or advertising stream or something like that, it's still producing artwork, but it's not, you're getting no surprises. Like if I'm painting something that's happening, like the sunset last night, no one's ever seen that sunset before from that angle, it's happening right there. It's the most exciting and immediate thing you've ever seen. For me, it's not just about producing paintings and getting paid, it's about making something of what's happening around you at that time. If I took a photo and went away and studied it and painted that photo, I'm illustrating what it looked like in one moment. But if I'm painting it as it's happening, I'm not even directly driving that. I don't have time sometimes to find the colour before it's gone. It's happening so fast that you don't have time for choice. It's brilliant. It's like you really your options, your choices are happening right there and then, and they're way before you can think about it. You just got to keep moving. So for years I've been painting graffiti, with spray paint, things that don't exist. Then after doing that for years, you turn to an image that does exist, and you're taking from that the choices that you would normally be making up from the top of your head. Being alone with your painting while you're doing it, and you're just there with the elements, that's where everything just starts happening. I understand how strange it is to have this kind of artwork and seascapes, or natural work with brushes. I'm trying to get into that place where I'm not thinking about painting. I could paint what was in front of me, or draw what was in front of me, but not to a satisfying standard every time I did it. It seems to be an acceptable thing to say you can't draw, but it's a communication process, like reading, writing, speaking, drawing. I was invited on a show in Source FM 4 years ago. I've had that kind of thing in the past, not about art, about other things, putting on gigs or something like that. I couldn't speak, I didn't have a voice to communicate. Words have never been my strong point to start with. Being able to convey my meanings and talk about stuff was great. It was like, because it was about art, and then I thought, if I can talk about art, I've got a lot to share in this thing, so I started doing a show. And as soon as I contacted Matthew at the Source and said I want to do a show, and this is the idea, he was up behind it. And luckily there was a really good slot on Friday nights, and 4 years later I'm still doing it. Through art I've been able to communicate. There's so many other jobs to do to get a roof over your head, Like it's not really, once you got sort of security and warmth, that you should be happy with that. That's why it's funny when people say, it actually looks like what you're painting, therefore it's valid. And it's got nothing to do with it for me. Nothing at all. The rewards are amazing when you I like doing this even when no one's buying it.